Hey, it's me, Rishikesh Kannan, popularly known as Rishi K. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon now to get the latest videos and get taken into a world of entertainment, culture, sport, business, and current affairs.
There are fleeting reports in the press saying that Aamir took a lot of time to believe the Atul Kulkarni, the writer. Everybody believes Atul Kulkarni, the actor. He's a maestro. But did that take time?
Yeah, 2 years. I mean, I don't know what to call him, but he did not read the script. And it is not that we were not in touch. We were constantly meeting, talking, and all that. And I used to, bring up the subject of reading the script and all that. And he's padhte. So after a couple of years, we were talking on some random on phone about something else, and I again brought up the topic. I said, "कि यार वो कब पढ़नी है script?" So he said, "यार, do you know why I'm not, listening to the script?" I said, "What?" He said, "You are a friend. You have never written a script. You have adapted Forrest Gump, and I'm sure I'm not going to like the script. So I'm going to say that to you, and then you will get hurt. I don't want to hurt you. You are a friend." I started laughing. I said, "Aamir, I'm not a writer. I'm absolutely not going to feel bad if you don't like the script. Just listen, and if you don't like it, just forget about it. That's it. I mean, itna kya hai?" So he said, yeah, come on.
Atul Kulkarni joins me. We're a few days away from the premiere of the film we've all been waiting for, Laal Singh Chaddha. And he, of course, is the writer. Hi, Atul. How are you? Good to see you.
I am good, Hrishi. How are you?
Excellent. Atul, there is Forrest Gump, the book written by Winston Groom, and there is a screenplay written by Eric Roth.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, for an adaptation, you had to Indianize it. But Eric Roth has gone on record back in the day to say that the book in itself is radically different from the screenplay and the film. So you obviously had two different viable options to choose from. So let's talk about that. What did you use as the source material?
The film. I used the film, and I think it was a very obvious choice because it all started with me and Aamir talking about it. Must be around 14 years ago. It was after the premiere of Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na. We had gone to his house, and while talking, the topic went to which films you like, which films you are influenced by, vagara, vagara. So Forrest Gump was one of the films. The next day morning, I came home and I was supposed to go for an outdoor shoot somewhere, and it got cancelled. So I suddenly got these 12-15 days at my hand. And incidentally, there was a Forrest Gump DVD at my home. And so I started watching it. And while watching it, there were certain flashes in front of my eyes as to how this character, if that character would have been an Indian character, through what this character would go and what would happen. So there were certain flashes, and then I started taking notes. And 1 hour through the film, I paused it, and I thought that why not attempt, writing, adapting this to as an Indian version. And so I started writing the script, and I kind of completed the film in 10 days. And then I completed the second draft in another 2-3 days. So within, say, roughly 13-14 days, the entire script was ready. So the answer to your question is, it is the film, because I started watching the film, and then I decided to adapt it to Indian version of it.
That's very well answered. But even when you're adapting from the film, the conflicts have to be totally different. I'll give you a classic example. Now, the character played by Robin Wright Penn in the original which is going to be played by Kareena Kapoor. It is no spoiler to say that right now. The original characters' conflicts are so different. You know, if you look at the hippie movement in America, which she was perhaps part of, if you look at, her circumstances as a human being when she was growing up, and obviously you had to face that with every character, with not just the Robin Wright Penn character, but also maybe the guy who played Baba in the original. And, maybe I think Naga Chaitanya or somebody is playing it in this particular one. So to Indianize those conflicts, what is the methodology you adopted, or what was the reference points for you?
To be honest, though you have not given any spoilers, if I start talking about it,
Okay.
it will be spoiler. So unfortunately.
Fair enough.
So it's a very, very interesting journey, and I'm sure there will be lots to talk about it once people see the film. Because let me tell you, it's a complete desi family film. It's for the entire family, right from a 5-year-old child to maybe a 100-year-old great grandfather or great grandmother. And it's a completely desi film. So it is adaptation. It is not a remake. It is not, the film has not been, what you call it, translated and all that. No, it is rewritten completely. So there are a lot of things, but I'm really looking forward when people see it.
Also, the historical references. I'm sure you must have also brought in Indian historical references, because Forrest Gump essentially is the journey of this very lovable, slightly dim-witted man, and it sees American history through his eyes, most of it unknowingly. Now, again, I'm sure you can't talk about individual references, but do we see that in Laal Singh Chaddha? Will we get an opportunity to see Indian history through Lal's eyes, for example?
It's absolutely the country's journey of 50 years. So obviously there are going to be references. Yeah.
Atul, the writing you said took you about 10, a few odd years more than that.
No,
Were there
15 days that I wrote this.
15 days, sorry, I beg your pardon. But it took
we could start it only after 12 years.
Yeah, so that's my next logical question. And then it takes a decade after those 15 days of writing for it to see the light of day. Why did that happen?
Because we did not get the permission from Paramount. And Aamir being Aamir, he kind of was after it for 10 years. And he pursued it, and ultimately got the permission. So it was solely that one reason that we did not get the permission. Everything else was ready.
But in terms of redrafts of the script and the writing of it, were there a lot of back and forth after that?
No, not at all.
Not at all, huh?
No. I mean, there of course have been some additions and something, but very minor additions. You can very safely say that it is what was originally written.
Atul, what or who is your favorite character other than Lal, other than the principal character? Is there any other character that really draws you to him or her?
Oh, all of them. The mother, Kareena's character, Nag Chaitanya's character, every character. It's because you just cannot replace the characters, and they are all lovely characters. It is such a wonderfully written screenplay originally, and I'm glad that we could bring all the characters here in the Indian context, completely 100% Indian context.
So it's only Atul Kulkarni, the writer in this one, huh? You're not acting, or do we see you do a walk-on part or some part there?
No, I'm not acting at all.
So there's no surprise element at all that we might see you there. What a pity for all your fans. The writing process as opposed to the acting process. I mean, in a lot of ways, they're polar opposites, except that they both require a certain amount of discipline. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about the requirements and the adaptability of wearing the writer's hat.
Actually, to be honest, when I started writing it, I didn't even know that I'm attempting a script writing, because I'm not a professional writer. I call myself an expresser rather than a writer, because may it be articles that I write in newspapers, or may it be something that I write on social media and everything. Whenever whatever I have written has always been uh, has been a compulsion from inside, that I need to write this. And if I don't feel that compulsion, I don't write. So after Laal Singh Chaddha in last whatever 12, 14 years, I have not written a script. So I think that I'm to answer your question, I have to be a professional writer. But what I wrote was in that zone, so to say, and it never mixed up with me being an actor.
And there are fleeting reports in the press saying that Aamir took a lot of time to believe the Atul Kulkarni, the writer. Everybody believes Atul Kulkarni, the actor. He's a maestro. But did that take time?
Yeah, 2 years. I mean, I don't know what to call him, but he did not read the script. And it is not that we were not in touch. We were constantly meeting, talking and all that. And I used to, bring up the subject of reading the script and all that. And he's, padhte. So after a couple of years, we were talking on some random, on phone about something else. And I again brought up the topic. I said, ki yaar, wo kab padhni hai script? So he said, yaar, do you know why I'm not, listening to the script? I said, what? He said, you are a friend. You have never written a script. You have adapted Forrest Gump. And I'm sure I'm not going to like the script. So I'm going to say that to you, and then you will get hurt. I don't want to hurt you. You are a friend. I started laughing. I said, Aamir, I'm not a writer. I'm absolutely not going to feel bad if you don't like the script. Just listen, and if you don't like it, just forget about it. That's it. I mean, itna kya hai? So he said, yeah, come on. Let us read it. So I said, okay, where are you? He said, Panchgani. So I was in Pune for some work. So I got the script from Mumbai, and I went to Panchgani. As soon as I reached, I read the script. And I finished reading the script. He must have waited for 2 or 3 seconds. And he said, I'm doing the film. And whenever we speak in Marathi most of the times, me and Aamir. Me ha cinema karnar, me produce karnar, me acting karnar. And I said, okay, great, thanks. And then immediately he called his production manager, Rao Sahab. He called Kiran. He said, we are coming tomorrow to Mumbai. We are doing this film. Atul has written a fantastic script, and we are doing this film. So next day we went to Bombay and went to Mumbai, and we read the script to Kiran and a couple of other people. And that's when, the struggle to get the rights started.
Wow, that's a lovely gem of a story. Advait's Secret Superstar, I absolutely loved. I mean, from a filmmaker's debut film, largely what he's capable of. So again, you can entrust the script to Aamir Khan professionally and personally. Personally because he's a dear friend, professionally because of his body of work. But Advait Chandan taking on this script and making it his own. Are you happy with that?
Absolutely. See, there is a very interesting thing. Me and Aamir, we are born in the same year, 1965. The journey of the film is pretty much what our generation has seen. Advait is a young, from younger generation. But the speciality is that Advait has that ability to, go macro and see the whole thing. So he was not even born in some of the incidences when this film happens. But I think he has the capacity to understand the film in entirety, including its history, everything. And great perspective being from this generation. So, and of course, he has a technical knowledge and everything. He's master of, all the technicalities of filmmaking. So I think being a young director, that has brought in a fresh perspective as to how he sees towards Laal Singh Chaddha.
That's wonderful. I'm waiting to see that. Aamir, and your experience with that, the newness, that freshness thrown in. The music, if you look at the original Forrest Gump, is really again a reflection of the changing times. And since you said it's a totally Indian family film, you obviously even more, because in India we are the home of the musicals. The music already, the patches that we are seeing, the few songs that have been released is absolutely beautiful. Was that any indication of that given in your script, or when you were writing, you just kept the music aside? I'm just out of curiosity, I'm asking you.
No, in my writing, there was not much of a reference to music. Of course, there are references of the period that the film travels through, but not necessarily a particular music. But that has come into it, obviously. I mean, there are so many things when you show this journey of a nation. There are so many things that are happening around. So it is completely the director's job.
It must be such a wonderful atmosphere to go to a music sitting for a film like this.
Yeah.
I know as a writer, you don't necessarily have to do it, because you just hand over the child to Advait and Aamir to nurture. But when I hear the Mohan Kannan song, and I'm hearing these beautiful refrains, I'm thinking that there must have been a wonderful, wonderful sitting room. Maybe Aamir and Advait told you about it. If you didn't attend, tell me about that.
I was there.
Oh, you were there. Lovely.
Yeah, all these sessions, they happened in Aamir's Panchgani house. And fortunately, I was there for all these sessions. And they ran for 2-3 days or 4 days at a time, and it was out of the world experience. What can I say? I mean, Amitabh, Pritamji, Aamir, the whole team talking about it, listening to it. Then simultaneously, there was some other work going on, the pre-production. And these guys were working on the songs. Then they would again come in the after a couple of hours or in the evening. And it was, I mean, those 4 or 5 days, the sessions, I mean, couple of sessions of 4 or 5 days each, I'll never forget in my life. Wonderful.
Lovely. Like they say, it's all in the process. The result is okay, but the process is so enjoyable. And being a part of that must have been lovely.
Yeah, I have always believed that we actors, our life is this process. As actors, when we shoot the film or the pre-production and all that, once the film releases, it is, I mean, we almost do nothing. There is nothing in our hands. The film may be a hit or a flop or whatever. The audience takes it upon themselves to do whatever with the film that they think is apt. But I have always believed, or there have been moments on the sets and several moments, many a times, when I'm sitting and waiting for a shot, and I say to myself that that's it. This is where I could be. I couldn't be anywhere else. And this is the process. Yeah.
And the mother, which in the original is played by Sally Fields, is such a beautiful character. All mothers have single-minded love and devotion to their children, but this is a mother who's confronted with some very, very tough possibilities in her life. Were you involved at all in the casting? Did you make suggestions? Mona is a wonderful choice, but I'm just like I asked you about the music. Were you involved in the casting process at all, or you just stayed away?
No, not at all. I have always believed, even when I was, I act as an actor. I work as an actor in the films, that filmmaking is like a relay race. The writer starts with the baton, and at certain point, he runs with the director and hands it over to the director, and he stops and he just watches the race. And then it is up to the director. Then he is joined by the actors and other teams. And so it is a relay process, and it is Actually, a game like football can't be played with just a single person. So it's a collective art. So, and as a writer, I experienced it in this film, that you just, hand over the baton and you just wait and see.
Well said. It's not easy to shoot a film like this across the ages, shooting in various parts of the country, and then COVID comes in between. It must have been a superhuman effort for the production crew. I don't know if you went on any of the schedules outdoor, or you were able to hang at any of them.
No, I did not. I did not go to any of the schedules outdoor. I went in Mumbai 2-3 times, but that's it. Not much.
So the logical question for somebody who's a dear friend of Aamir Khan's and spends a lot of time in his Panchgani home is, how is the food there? Recently, there were reports that the directors of the Avengers, the Russo brothers, Joe and Anthony, were treated to a Gujarati fare. So what kind of food have you enjoyed in Panchgani?
There is a fantastic cook there called Mama, and he cooks wonderful food, especially Maharashtrian food. Wonderful.
Lovely. My last question is simply the essence of this beautiful film, the original Forrest Gump and this Laal Singh Chaddha. I mean, it opens your eyes and awareness to so many levels. What would you say about the story that moved you so much?
I didn't get that exactly. Story? Which story?
What is it about this story that moved you so much instantaneously? You know, the original Forrest Gump and of course this Laal Singh Chaddha.
No, I think it is in entirety the impact that Forrest Gump has. You cannot really pinpoint just one point, and that is why it's a classic. After so many years, it is such considered to be one of the best films. The cult films. First 10 films in the world, if they count Forrest Gump, is always there. So it is in entirety.
Wonderful. I really look forward to this adaptation. Well done, Atul. And maybe there's a great second innings as a writer if you have time away from your acting. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.